Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Gemini, for your meditative session, I saw a raven. Now I don't have a raven card, but I have a crow. So I just put this out so you could have something to look at, honestly. But honestly, I think that the raven and the crow have very, very similar symbolism, so it doesn't really matter. I think the raven is just a little bit bigger. Their beak is a little different as well from the crow, but it's the same kind of meaning to me. The crow is a symbol of the divine masculine. So for some of you guys, that could be a thing. You know, the divine masculine that you're attached to, or you are the divine, it's like symbolic of your divine masculine side, right now. And that makes sense to me because I feel like it honestly reminds me of a mix of the two, because they say the crow and the raven symbolize intelligence, which I would say divine masculine, but then they also symbolize foresight, which I feel like intuition is feminine. So do you get what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter divine masculine, divine feminine, but I do think that there's something that is in your subconscious. There's something that either you have been thinking about. It's either one of the two things. It's like someone is asking questions and needs answers, or someone has been kind of already telling, what's going to happen. Like someone has the foresight to know what's going to happen, and they're not really asking questions. They're just kind of waiting, I want to say, because the crow or the raven can symbolize the subconscious, they can symbolize foresight, they can symbolize prophecy. And that's what I'm getting with you guys. It's like some of you guys might have a lot of questions, but it's interesting to me because I feel like you already have all the answers. And I don't even think that most of you guys have questions. I think that a lot of you guys there's something that you're thinking of. It kind of has to do with last week. I feel like last week was a lot about manifesting, and I think this week is a lot about the foresight, the prophecy, right? The having the intuition and the ability to kind of see into the future. But why do you have that ability? It's because I feel like you are manifesting what you want. So what you want is going to come into fruition. So you could see it as foresight, but at the same time, you're creating it with your manifestations. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're creating what's going to happen in the future through manifesting. So it is foresight in a sense, but it's also through the power of your manifestations. You know what I'm saying? Your manifesting power. But that's what I'm getting, guys. It's I don't think a lot of you guys should be questioning a lot at this time. I think you guys should just be kind of relaxing, because I think whatever you have been trying to understand, or whatever you've been trying to, there's something that you're trying to get to the middle of, right? You're trying to get to the center, to the core of it, and you already are there. You know what I'm saying? You're already there. And it's led you to question for some of you, you question your intuition and your abilities. For some of you don't, but I think most of you guys do at times, because it's like you see something 2 years ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing something so far ahead that you're not going to receive that confirmation, you know what I mean, until 2 years. So that's what I think you guys have to do right now. It's just trust in your abilities, right? Trust in your powers, trust in your ability to tell. It's not so much the future, we're not, it's reminding me of that, so Raven, oh my God, I'm laughing. But it's not, it's the minute you doubt it, it kind of it takes it away a little bit. So don't doubt it. And if you don't see it happening right now, it's because it's something so far in the future, you know what I mean, that it's impossible for you to see that check. It's you really need to see that check that you're right? And they're saying you don't need to see that check. And don't doubt yourself when you don't see that check, because it is happening. It is being created. It is as you think it is, but you're not going to receive that confirmation all the time. You know what I mean? It has to come from within. So don't doubt yourself anymore. Stop doubting your abilities. Stop doubting what you think and what you see. If you have a firm belief in something and you really, really, truly believe it, and you're putting a lot of time and effort into whatever this is, then you know what I mean? And it's you're letting it go at the same time. You know what I mean? We discussed this manifesting last week a lot, so don't, like, we're not going to talk about manifesting, but I think now it's just time to trust, right? Trust in what you believe and like what you're seeing, because I don't think you're going to get a confirmation every single time, but I think that doesn't make it any less real. So when you doubt it, then it kind of puts doubt into the dream. Do you know what I'm saying? Doubt into the prophecy. So just don't doubt yourself, even though you're not going to see that check, right? That confirmation in the 3D. So yeah, Gemini, that's what I'm getting. Let's pull cards. Okay, Gemini, so it's really interesting because this is not your storyline at all. It's like you're getting glimpses into someone else's life, basically. And again, you don't have any confirmation from anyone, right? It's how you feel. It's this connection you have with this person. Again, if you are the divine masculine, then, you know, it's I feel like this is someone who is a feminine energy, who is having these glimpses of like into the divine masculine, right? And that's what I was getting when I first saw the raven. It was like divine masculine, but it's also more than that, right? The raven symbolizes much more than that. And I think you're getting glimpses into their life. Like you get this you like subconsciously have a feeling about something, right? But again, it's not confirmed. It's never confirmed. So what I would want to say is that every time you doubt your ability or you doubt the situation with this person, you're sending this energy of like, it's like you're connected to this person. You're very much connected to this person, especially when you get the glimpse of foresight of, and it's not even your life, it's their life. Do you know what I'm saying? So don't doubt what you see, right? Don't doubt what you see. Don't doubt what you're getting, like those subconscious, you know, feelings that you get. You're very, very powerful and you're very, very intuitive, and you shouldn't doubt yourself because whatever you're seeing, I think, is real, right? And it's so interesting because I see this is all about a masculine energy, right? It's crazy because I feel like you're connected to someone, you're seeing things, or you feel something about someone, you know what I mean? And then, you know, it doesn't come into fruition, or like, you know, you think that something's gonna happen and then you wait and nothing happens. So then you're like, I must be a little bit crazy, right? Like I must not know. You know, this person must, or they just must not have made it. But the thing is, I think you're seeing things very ahead. And I don't know why that is. Again, you're just very powerful and it is what it is, right? Like you just have to not worry so much about the timelines or like the dimensions, I guess, right? Because that's what this feels like. It feels like what you think is happening, right? And let's go into this divine masculine storyline because this is all about them, right? Where you play a role, I feel like this is the feminine energy. You play a role, but it's like we're watching them make these decisions, right? We're watching them do all this shit, and we're just watching them, but we can't really partake in these decisions. We can't really partake in what they're doing. We just can like send love and like hope that they can, you know, figure their shit out, but there's nothing we can really do. Do you know what I'm saying? And I guess that's to some extent true, but I think that the one thing that you can do is always, you know, pray for this person, send love to this person, and never doubt what you see, right? That energy of doubt, especially from a Gemini, a manifester, is really bad. It's not good for this. It's not good for the situation, because you know what I'm saying? So always put that faith into this, because I don't think you're wrong at all. I think you're actually very right. This masculine, and why you're getting a lot of intuitive feelings about this person, is because this is a pivotal time for this divine masculine, right? They have the Two of Pentacles, right? They have a decision to make. They have something that it could be that, or they're balancing out. But I really feel like there's a decision in this person's life, right? There's a decision. And it has to do with their future. It has to do with like where they're going. It has to do with where they're headed, right? And I think that this kind of seems like a situation in the past that didn't work out, right? A situation in the past where I don't think this Emperor, right? We have the Emperor twice. I don't think this Emperor in the past was in the right energy. Like you thought, this is what I'm saying. It's like you thought that they were going to come maybe like a while ago, right? And they never made it, right? It's like they had to go through the portal at one point. They had to go like walk through this threshold, and they never made it. So it just puts a lot of doubt in your mind, right? It's like, oh, this new beginning never happened with this person, right? Like this never happened. Whatever I had a feeling about never happened, right? But that's the thing. It's like this Emperor was in reverse, right? And they weren't like heeding the messages. They weren't going. They never set off. It's like there's a missed opportunity with this person because they weren't sitting in the right energy, right? Everything here is reversed, right? Everything in this lane, it's interesting. Yeah, everything in this reading is basically upright, except for everything in this lane, right? Everything in this row, this lane. And it's just very interesting how this is the thing that I think you know, it's not that you were wrong. It's not that you didn't see this right. It's just that they weren't ready. It wasn't the right timing. Do you know what I'm saying? And now I think that the timing is right, because the Emperor is sitting upright. This could be someone younger than you with the Youth card, right? But I think they're setting out. Do you see this huge wand? I don't know if stars have something to do with you guys, like if stars are important to you. I feel like every time I see this, like especially right now, I see the stars, right? I don't know if you guys met at night. I don't know if you guys like there's something about the stars, right? And maybe it's like when it's just about timing, right? When the stars align in the right way, right? And what does that mean? It means when the souls are both ready, right? When the souls are both ready. And at this time, the soul of this Emperor was not ready. So I think that it was very hard for you to kind of deal with that, because again, maybe you were ready, but they were not. Again, it just says how I feel intuitive you are, because you knew maybe that one day they would be ready, and maybe you've always held space for them, hoping that they would get ready. Do you know what I'm saying? And now I feel like with them upright, it's that they are ready, right? And what's really interesting about this reading is that it's mostly about them, right? They have this decision to make, and it's causing them to kind of reflect. And I think this is a really good thing. A lot of the signs have been getting this reflection card. I think all the reads so far have gotten this reflection card. And I think it's very important, because they have to do this reflection in order to see where they're going, right? And I think it's really important this time that they take to look, because it's like with the Hermit here, they have to kind of go into some sort of recluse to kind of figure something out, right? And that's what this decision is all about, right? And I think it has a lot to do with who they really are and what they really want and what their desires truly are. And like, do you know what I'm saying? Everything seems to be getting balanced out. They seem to be getting a lot of aid at this time. And with the star, it's kind of like, what do I want? Remember I was saying there's something about the stars? Yeah, and the star is here, right? Yeah, there's a connection between you two, and it's just very real. And that's why you get these like visions or feelings about this person. It's not even visions, it's like, you know, you see this person doing this or that, and you're like, I wonder what they're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? You're just very tied to this person. And I feel like this person right now is going through something. So maybe you're feeling their energy a lot because, you know, they're going through something, you know, where they're taking a look at themselves. Maybe they're thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. They're thinking about the future. And it's just like a really beautiful reading, because it's kind of like the connection between the two of you is very strong, it's very deep, and I think this introspection that this person does is going to really help them figure out where it is that they want to be, right? It's like you guys are both looking up at the stars at the same time, and you're both thinking about each other, right? And I think that this person's third eye is like starting to become activated, because I keep seeing the eye in the back of this guy's chair, this guy, the emperor's chair. And I think it's really interesting that I think that they're kind of being awakened to their third eye, whereas I feel like, you know, you already have that gift of foresight, of prophecy. You know, it seems like your third eye is already pretty activated, but you know, it's like their turn now, and it's you know, don't worry about timing. Again, there seems to be a time when you thought this could never happen, and in the 3D it wasn't confirmed for you in any way. But what's interesting about this energy is, again, we were talking about intelligence, right? And I was like, that seems more of a divine masculine trait, but then we're talking a lot about intuition. So it just seems with this knowledge, again, it's like a symbol of the divine masculine, and just this whole reading is divine masculine. And what's interesting is that once they get this confirmation, and it's interesting because this is the confirmation on the 3D for them, but you see how we're talking a lot about intelligence, divine masculine, and intuition, divine feminine, right? So this person, I feel, needs both, but I feel like they rely more on their 3D kind of knowledge, right? And that's kind of something that I feel like you were too at one point. You were relying more on that because you were like, oh, I can't trust what I'm thinking or seeing because it's not really happening, so I have to just trust what I see. But I feel like the divine's trying to tell you that both of you have this very, very strong gift of foresight and like prophecy. You're both very powerful. That's why you're able to communicate to one another. That's why you're able to feel each other, right? Your souls are very much together and bonded, right? But so it's like you won't see it on the 3D, but now it seems to be happening on the 3D, right? Because we're getting the Knight of Coins, and yes, it's a slow energy, right? And again, we're getting a lot of earth energy, right? We have the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Earth, the Maiden, the Father. Everyone here is planted firmly on the earth, which signifies to me that this is something that is finally happening on the 3D, whereas at one point it was just a dream, you know what I mean? Now it's like actually happening. But yes, this is a very slow night, but it is a very stable night. So don't again worry about timing. Don't worry about that. You guys are each other's like star. You guys care about each other. You guys still think about each other. This is like the real deal. And I think this person is finally kind of headed your way. They are balanced out. Do you know what I'm saying? The temperance card, you know, is here. They're getting aided and they're getting helped, right? The Bodhisattva helps everyone, right? That's why they have all these hands, right? So they can help like humanity. And I think that they're really trying to help, right? And it's just like a matter of time at this point. And I think that they're trying to go towards a stable, once they get the knowledge that they need on the 3D, I don't know what that confirmation is for this person. I feel like it's more of an intuitive thing, right? Because they're going into hermit mode. And I feel here they can kind of, I think they'll do the same thing you're doing, right? It's like, it's just kind of getting away from everyone and wondering, you know what I mean? And wondering about you basically, and wondering about themselves and wondering about the future, and is this still like a possible thing? Is this real? And it is real. And once they have that knowledge, right, that confirmation, then they head out, right? They head out and they set out towards this Queen of Earth, someone who is very stable. And here they are like setting out. So I feel like you don't have to worry anymore about where this person is. This person is setting out. And it's so interesting how this whole reading is very connected, because I keep getting the divine masculine, and I always see this stag in the back as the divine masculine, because you see how like the emperor has like the crown with the horns coming out, and we have like a stag. The stag like symbolizes divine masculine to me. And in the back of this maiden card, right, there's like a stag. It's pretty invisible, to be honest. Like, it's kind of transparent. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a stag here. So yeah, it's just funny. It's like, you don't have to worry. Once this person decides to head out, it's like they are going to set out towards you. They are. And with the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Hierophant, it's gonna put to rest all of your worries, all of your concerns, right? It's going to put to rest everything, and you're going to realize how powerful and like how strong you are. But I think they want you to realize that now, to stop worrying about it, and also to like put that positive energy of manifestation into this. Stop doubting it, even though the 3D might not be confirming it at this point. It's very much here. Like the energy is here. And yes, I see that maybe in the past there was something here that led to this not working out. I think that you've always known, and so has this person, that you guys are very much connected. And it seems that now on the 3D, it can actually take place because someone is taking the time out, right? They're taking the time out to really like understand themselves and understand like everything the two of you have been through and everything that like they want, right? And it's like, okay, if all roads lead back to this person, then I'm very clear on how I have to go approach this person, right? And once they go, it's a confirmation to you. You don't feel stressed anymore. You don't feel this anxiety anymore. And yeah, it's interesting. Let's say this emperor just has to take some of the clutter out of his life, right? This is the bottom card, the frog, declutter, right? So as they're doing that, it's like right now is the time for them to declutter, and you don't have to worry. You do not have to worry. So yeah, Gemini, I really love this reading. Let's see if there's any divine feminines. So yeah, Gemini, they're just trying to confirm. It's so funny because this week I'm not getting a lot of advice. I'm getting a lot of confirmations, right? Confirmation. Thecla, the prophetess of true power. I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. Call back your power. This is you. You have this gift of foresight. You have not been wrong about what you think is going to happen and how you feel and how this person feels about you. There doesn't seem to be so much confirmation, you know, that something great is coming for you, but it is. And it's interesting because as this person declutters their life, they balance their life out, they balance themselves out. You already knew that this person could do this, like you knew their potential, right? And again, it was just kind of a waiting game, and when things didn't work out, you doubted yourself. But call back your power. Call back your power. You are very powerful. You have the gift of foresight. You have this ability to see. Like you have this connection to this person. Don't doubt that. You know what I mean? Again, some things will never be confirmed on the 3D. It has to just be a feeling. It has to just be an intuitive knowing that you have. And sometimes I think in this 3D, that's the hardest thing because, again, no one really teaches you about that, right? Like you don't go to school and they teach you about your intuition and you know what I mean, like foresight and how to use your third eye. No one teaches you that, right? Like you probably had to learn all that on your own. And again, I was reading this thing the other day and it was like, the more crazy your idea seems, the better it is. And I like that because I think that's so true, right? Like what people think is like crazy nowadays, I feel like is actually most likely the truth, right? Like, oh, that's so crazy, that can never happen. And it's like, yeah, that's most likely exactly what's gonna happen, or that's like the truth. But people just can't, you know, wrap their heads around it, or people don't want to believe that. And that's what I'm saying. You have this gift and you have this ability, and I think it's so beautiful that you're calling back your power. And I think it's going to make you so much stronger, right? To just have that belief in yourself and to never question yourself and doubt yourself again. Yes, there will be times a Gemini, an air sign, is going to get into their head and is going to worry. But don't do that, because I feel like whatever you're manifesting right now is on its way. Whatever you've been like kind of thinking about is on its way. And you know what I mean? Everything's on its way. So don't just call back your power and sit in confidence, right? On the throne that you deserve, right? Because you are very powerful, you are very connected to this person and to spirit, and you have known all along like what is going to happen, and this person is just taking the time that they need to balance out, to clear out what they need. And this person is as connected to you as you are to them, even though in the 3D you're not seeing that just yet. You will. So yes, Gemini, I really love this reading. I love you guys so much. I hope it resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.